Yes, that's right.
Hello, it's your old friend Morgan, and I have a delightful story for you about my friend Jack Daniels. No, not my friend that I drink every night to get to sleep, but the man who I'm talking about is Private Jack Daniels. Private Jack Daniels was unlike any other soldier. Not that he was a super soldier like Steve Rogers. Quite the opposite. He was a sadomasochist. And if you don't know what that is, it's somebody who derives a great deal of pleasure, sometimes sexual, from inflicting pain and suffering on others, and sometimes having it inflicted upon themselves. While the rest of the fellas on the landing craft were worried about keeping their heads down, Private Jack Daniels was worried about keeping his boner down. In another time, you might have said, "Dicks down for Harambe." I guess you could say, "Dicks down for Betty Grape." What a dish. As the bullets ripped through the landing craft and into the soldiers next to him, he kept thinking about the great Bambino. That's what you do if you're too aroused. You think about baseball. Oh, Mickey Mantle. There was so much blood on the sand that Private Jack damn near ejaculated in his Army-issue wool slacks. And that would have been one hell of a mess. Where are you going to get semen laundered out of wool slacks in the middle of a war zone? Now, just because Jack was a sexual deviant didn't mean he wasn't good at fighting people. He ripped through those Nazi bunkers like Chow Yun-Fat in a John Woo film. All the while, a raging hard-on in his pants. Now, Jack didn't mean to shoot his fellow soldiers. He just got too excited sometimes. And when he saw a flamethrower, he said, "I want that shit." So he killed one of his fellow soldiers and took it. The smell of Nazi flesh roasting took Jack back to his home of Memphis, Tennessee. A lot of people say that Memphis has the best barbecue in the world. Coming in a close second was the Nazi bunker. Covered in Nazi blood, Jack stepped right into an ambush. Seems this Aryan son of a bitch wanted to wear Jack's flesh as a mask. Shit. Jack's friend Zussman got himself stabbed in the spleen. Jack knew that meant that Zussman was going to be whining and crying, carrying on about, "I need morphine, help me. Oh, please show me pictures of your girlfriend." "Oh, shut the fuck up, Zussman. You mention my girl again," Jack said, "and I'll cut your guts out myself." Jack stared at the blood on his hands and realized that later on he might have to fap one out in an enemy bunker. Shit. Zussman is still alive.
Marlena Dietrich.
Yes, Marlena Dietrich. Bust off a piece of that, Frankfurter. Yes, that would be a bomb coming in. The smell of blood and gunpowder made Jack all tingly down in his bits. But no matter how aroused he got, there was Zussman, the boner killer. Some folks say that Private Daniels lost his mind, that he went rogue, that he ran to the second floor and started stabbing Nazis with his gun. He didn't even have a bayonet. He was just stabbing them with the barrel of the gun. Jack climbed on top of the mounted Flak 38 like it was your mother. Good night, Gunther. Sleep tight, Hans. Pleasant dreams, Dieter. Don't let the bedbugs bite, Klaus. Oh yes, Fritz as well. Fritz is a name that would be German. By this time, Private Daniels had already outlasted most of his company. Yes, Nazis surrendering, let's not shoot them, so on and so forth. Fuck that shit, said Jack. I ain't surrendering a goddamn thing.
Charlie's up shit creek and we're the paddle. Let's go! Let's go!
Jack didn't understand the analogy. Who exactly is the creek? Why are we the paddle? Wouldn't we be Shit Creek, and wouldn't they be a leaking boat? Why do they even have a paddle? The whole idea of being up Shit Creek is that you can't get out. You go down Shit Creek, like the rest of the way, down the Shit Pond. Jack thought about this question as he drove through the French countryside. Just about the time Jack figured out the riddle, Zussman opened up his dumbass mouth again. Fucking Zussman. So many Nazis, so little time. As the battle progressed, all Jack could think about was getting to Paris. He'd locate the sleaziest piercing shop he could find and have them pierce his nipples. Then he'd run a chain between them and hang weights off of him. Like I said at the beginning of the video, he was a sadomasochist. You see, Jack's older brother Paul was attacked by a rabid wolf, and Jack got so excited down in his loins that he dropped his bullets, and his older brother had to stab the wolf to death.
Just glad it's gonna be you up there. No pressure.
And there goes Zussman again running his damn fool mouth. You know, if it wasn't for World War II going on right now, this tower would be quite romantic. Of course, we're talking about Private Jack Daniels. So he had all the romance he could want. If only he could have got Zussman in his sights. Where is Zussman? Where is Zussman? Holy shit, that guy's head just exploded. Daniels could hardly keep it in his pants. These old churches ain't built like they used to be. Old Jack really got his bell rung. The last time Jack left a church in such a hurry was his grandmother's funeral. He was strongly urged to leave, for various reasons involving his dick. Never underestimate the power of fire. He slow smoked those Nazis till the meat was falling off of the bone. Holy shit! There's Zussman. Zussman reminded Jack of a cat. Not because he had 9 lives, but because he licked his own beehole. He was taking fire as he screamed down the road in a Jeep. And worst of all, Zussman was with him. Jack wasn't even trying to kill these Nazis. He was trying to spit these white-hot shell casings down the back of Zussman's shirt.
Nice, Daniel! Go!
Finally free of Zussman, Jack was able to enjoy the last few moments of his life in sexual bliss. The destruction and loss of life was amazing, slapping away at his pants like he was trying to win a bet. Violent lives ending violently. I gotta take a shit. For more videos like this one here, subscribe to the Game Society Pimps. And for professional voiceovers, check out jasonsvoices.com.